Giggins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Evening for those joining us here on an early start to our broadcast here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning into the video stream at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold here this evening from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. An early start to our broadcast tonight with the Detroit Lakers girls basketball team taking on your Aitkin Gobblers tonight, scheduled for a 6 p.m. tip-off. Originally, this game started about 7:15 on the Gobbler, but with the concerns of injuries, sickness, and players gone on the JV side, they decided to move up our broadcast start here this evening to a 6 p.m. start as well, with a combination of injuries and also players short on the side of the Aitkin Gobblers. But for your Aitkin Gobblers tonight, entering with a 6-16 record, been playing better as of late. Unfortunately, back on Tuesday, a loss to Moose Lake Willow River, which was 57-37. Did shoot just 26% from the field, but did convert 67% from the free throw line. So things are looking up as of late for the Aitkin Gobblers. Unfortunately, the injuries and players gone for them is a big hurt for their program in the later portion of this season and for the schedule as well. Now for the Aitkin Gobbler, for the Detroit Lakers as of late, 8-11 on the season for them. They come in a 1-2 record in 8 AA, but 5-1 in the conference, I should say, for the Mid-State Conference as well. Coming off a 42-28 victory over Dilworth Glendon Felton on Tuesday, and then on Monday, so this is their third game of the week already, 75-49 against the likes of Staples Motley. The second time these two teams have faced up against each other, and well, the first time around wasn't exactly a pretty one, to say the least, with the Detroit Lakers taking it to the Aitkin Gobblers. Started off a 5-0 run for the Gobblers. Things were looking good. Then 11-0 run for the likes of Detroit Lakes would put them in front for the rest of the way, including of which they went on a 33-8 run in the first half to eventually lead 33-13 at the halftime break. Helena Daggett led with 9 points, and you would think a team that would put up 59 points would have at least one player in double digits. They had 7 or 8 players scoring that night against the Aitkin Gobblers, and the leading scorer was with 8. So 8, 9, 7 points, some with 6 points as well. Gobblers did get 11 points out of Ella Jans and 13. It was 11 points for Ella Jans and 4 from Camille Peranto and 3 from Sophie Snyder in that loss earlier this season against the Detroit Lakers. But of course, with an early start here on our broadcast, of course, we got lots to get to here on the pregame show. We'll be joined alongside with head coach for Aitkin Gobblers, Mike Ream, coming up here in just a little while, but we'll also check in with our color commentator tonight, that being the likes of Jeremy Jansen. He'll be coming up here before too long here at the start of the pregame coverage. Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Detroit Lakers tonight. Your home for Aitkin Gobblers sports. That is the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com. Be back here after a quick break.
At R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
This evening to yourliveevent.com and also on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. With those also joining us on the video stream at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold joined alongside here momentarily by Jeremy Jansen from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. Of course, the Gobblers tonight in action. A little bit of early start to our broadcast schedule here this evening, but we do have some action as well over on yourliveevent.com coming up here before too long tonight as the Aitkin wrestling team is in action, whether it be against the likes of Milaca or Pine City, Hinckley, Finlayson, Section 7 2A tournament. The Gobblers will take on the winner of that match coming up right around 6:45 here tonight on yourliveevent.com. But also don't forget boys high school basketball tonight with Perham taking on Pequot Lakes here this evening. That will be on Talk 100 KLKS. And then a little bit earlier start as well with Golden Gopher men's basketball taking on Penn State here tonight, this afternoon, I should say, in action, or might be just wrapping up that game on 3WI FM, that being Cash 95 this evening as well. Now we get the pleasure being joined alongside Jeremy Jansen here this evening. Bit of a man scramble here this afternoon for this game here tonight, and I'm so frazzled I don't even have the book ready for you tonight.
That's all right. We can work through it.
We're working through it. We do have an earlier start. Obviously, the Gobblers going to be forced to work up a few young players tonight as well with the combination of injury, sickness, players gone for them as well. But, again, we've been talking about it all season. When a player goes down, another one is going to have to step up and, get some minutes out on the floor for the Gobblers.
Yeah, it's in any sport. It's an opportunity to take it. And in the baseball world, I always say that, when you get your chance, don't make me take you out of the lineup, right? And so, you got some young girls, some opportunities to play tonight, and hopefully Abby comes down to the locker room. She's I think got a little headache right now and fighting that. So, but it's going around, and they'll battle through it. They have all year.
Yep, they certainly have, and especially second time around against this Detroit Lakers squad. Obviously, last time we did mention the start of our pregame coverage with the pregame show, talking about this matchup against Detroit Lakes. Did lose 59-19. It was back at their place as well. Started off well, but unfortunately, I think maybe some trouble on the defensive side of, I should say on the offensive side, turnovers again. That's been the story all season for the Gobblers. That's just come back to hurt them in a couple different ways this year.
Yeah, it's the things and some simple ones. If they cut down on, the ones in the backcourt, they cleaned up the last time, and they didn't have a lot of backcourt turnovers. And it was once they got across half court when we were in Moose Lake the other night, they turned the ball over in the front court because we pressed a little too hard. And so if they just slow it down once they break that press and get a good look, not every shot's going to fall, but you got better looks and you don't give the other team an opportunity to go and transition the other way.
Of course, this matchup tonight with the Aitkin Gobblers and Detroit Lakers. For the Gobblers, unfortunately, 11 straight losses for them, 13 in their last 14 games. But for Detroit Lakes, pair of wins already. Monday and Tuesday they played, so their third game of the week already with another game on Saturday. So 4 games this week for Detroit Lakes, and so far coming right off the bus here. No JV game tonight. We're starting at 6 o'clock here tonight as well. A little over 10 minutes till we get to our pregame introductions and much more. Of course, don't forget that we do have coverage, Aitkin Gobbler High School Wrestling on yourliveevent.com. 6:45 scheduled pre-match coverage on yourliveevent.com. The Gobblers will be taking on either Malacca or Pine City Hinckley Finlayson for a chance to get in the semifinals in the Section 7 2A tournament coming up tomorrow night. That will be, I believe, in Pine City as well.
That one actually moves
to Mora. That's
Mora,
right.
yep.
Yeah, once you get to the semifinals and the championship in Mora. So they're in Pine City tonight.
Yep.
They'll move tomorrow night as well. So much more coming up here on the pregame show. Got our interview with Coach Mike Ream coming up here after this break. We'll talk with Coach Ream and then get you starting lines for both teams coming up as the Gobblers take on the Detroit Lakes Lakers here tonight on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Online
At
shopping
Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
At RNJ Broadcasting Incorporated, we inspire to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family-owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back to the pregame show here tonight as your Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Detroit Lakes Lakers girls high school basketball on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com. As we catch up now with head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Coach Mike Ream joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, it's been a couple of days since we've spoken to you. Of course, we did have the game on Tuesday, I should say earlier this past week with the Gobblers falling at home against Crosby Ironton. But we did have the game earlier this week for your squad. 57-37 was the score out on the road against Moose Lake Willow River. Looking back at that game, Coach, what did you take away from that game? Unfortunately, another loss on the road for Aitkin.
It's a game that I thought we would compete better in. Moose Lake was more mentally tough. To try to think through that game a little bit. We were in the ball game for a while, and we shot a little bit better, about 25%, turned the ball over too many times, and really, because of their mental toughness. I mean, because they didn't press us, and we were still turning it over too much. So, I mean, it's just same story, but, we try hard. We're not skilled enough, and so when the other team shoots over 50% from three and can't buy a bucket, it's tough to win. It's tough to compete and keep a positive attitude throughout the game. So it's we're just shooting every day in practice. We try develop strategies to get them better shots. So we're just keep working. That's all we can do, and work with what we've got as far as talent.
Coach, talking about obviously trying to get more shots up at practice and steadily progressing as the season has moved along. One thing we've noticed as well in the last handful of games for your team, too, is a better conversion at the free throw line, too, as getting more opportunities when getting that free throw line and getting those shots up, too. It seems that has been a little bit more a steady increase, too, in improvement as the season has moved along as well.
Yeah, actually, I'm happy with how that's gone. I think over about the last half a dozen games, cumulative, we probably shot over 60%, which is much better than we were early in the year. Yeah, that's brought some fruit. That work has translated over into the games, and that is a positive.
Coach, also, too, see that from that game against Moose Lake, able to get a couple players back from some injury. I know that Emma Sky's been back in the lineup last couple of games, too, but Jilly was able to play a little bit in that one as well. But have been able to get everybody fully acclimated back in the lineup, or has it just been a slow progress of getting girls back in when they can, when injury hasn't stepped in the way of progress?
Yeah, that was we tried to play Jilly, and I could tell she was hurting late in the game. I took her out, and really, I'm sad that we did play her because she hasn't practiced since, and she's doubtful for tonight. So that game we were missing Ray Nyberg. She was on a family outing. We just can't get everybody together. And but going back to Emma Sky, Emma Sky is getting it a little bit inside. I'm proud of her progression. Her moxie on the floor, her swag is much better, and she's more confident. So that's been a very positive thing, much needed. We need some inside play, try to loosen them up a little bit. And now today we got Emma Jacobson's home sick, got some JV players sick. We do have Camille back. We should have at least 8 or 9 players tonight, so I'm happy about that. But we're missing Emma Jacobson.
Gotcha. And looking at this matchup, too, of course, second time around against Detroit Lakes earlier this year. You started up early against them out at their place, but then they just got on a roll and never really looked back in that game out at Detroit Lakes, too. Looking back at that game, did you take anything away from that one to look at how they were maybe getting up on you on the defensive side to create a little bit of havoc with trying to get your team into a rhythm of the game?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're so deep, and they had actually, I was looking at the stats from the last game, they had 6 or 7 players that scored between 6 and 9 points. They didn't have anybody in double figures, but they just kept coming off the bench, and they had 8 different players that hit threes. So we have to play better man-to-man. We played too much zone against them. We're going to try to match up more man-to-man and try to cut down those looks. And we are trying to do some different things on offense to get more shots. In that game out there, actually, it's unbelievable, but we only got 25 shots off and 5 field goals for the game. So, how can you win with that? So we're trying our best to try to get them in a position where they can make a basket, and that's all we can do.
Well, Coach, obviously we do wish you the best of luck tonight against Detroit Lakes. Look forward to talking to you after the game as well.
Okay, thank you.
Head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers, Mike Green, joins us here on the pregame show as the Gobblers taking on Detroit Lakes girls high school basketball tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. Those tuning in to audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com. Those tuning in to the video stream at yourliveevent.com. We'll be back here after another break on your home for Aitkin Gobbler Sports.
At Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet, Buick, GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkmeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical. Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Detroit Lakes Lakers from the Cub Foods, a Brainerd Baxter radio booth here this evening. Paul Vold joined alongside with Jeremy Jansen tonight. Get a look here at our starting lineups for both teams this evening as we start off with the Detroit Lakes Lakers tonight. Starting off in their lineup will be number 1, a 5'6" junior guard in Abigail Larson. Number 3 is a 5'10", a sophomore guard in Helena Daggett. Number 33 is a 5'10" sophomore center in Gabriella Betcher. And we also see number 33, a 6-foot sophomore forward in Grace Gunderson. Number 44 is a 5'11" junior in J.C. Hauser for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Head coach for the Lakers is Rachel Johnson, assisted by Josh Betcher and David Hutchinson and Chris Swenson for them this evening. For your Aitkin Gobblers, again, changes in the lineup, combination injuries, sickness, and players gone as well. So their starting 5 is going to look like this for head coach Mike Ream. Number 5 is a 5'4" sophomore, number 5 in Sarah Thompson at the guard position. Number 15 is a 5'8" senior forward in Ray Nyberg. Number 23 is a 5'10" sophomore forward in Emma Sky. Number 24, a 5'5" junior guard in Ella Jansen. And number 42 is a 5'11" senior forward in Sophie Snyder. Head coach is Mike Ream. Assisted by Jason Long. Manager is Taryn Olson. Gobblers tonight will be wearing the likes of which they will have the home black uniforms, Aitkin going across the chest. We'll also see red numbers, white trim around the numbers and the letters as well. While also checking in with the Detroit Lakes Lakers, road whites, red numbers, black trim around the numbers and letters. We're also seeing Lakers across the chest as well. It's actually a late scratch in our lineup here tonight. Starting lineup will not have Ray Nyberg. We'll have actually number 21, Eiley Cullum, starting in the place of Ray Nyberg here this evening. But Ray is in uniform. Looks like she just won't be starting tonight as well. So Eiley Cullum in for the starting 5 for Ray Nyberg here this evening. Well, an early start, moments away from the opening tip, and well, so far we've made it.
We've made it. I did see Abby go with a ball, maybe to the old gym, maybe fight through it and see if she was late getting out here, so maybe getting a few shots, and hopefully she'll come back to the bench. There was a New York Knicks guy years ago that came out of the locker room, hurt, injured. I don't remember what his name was. I'd have to.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that one as well. But the opening tap, won and controlled by the Lakers as they work it right to left on the radio dials. Driving in immediately is number 33. That is going to be Grace Gunderson, fouled at the rim, but no continuation. First foul of the night, 8 seconds in against the Gobblers.
I think she is shooting 2.
Oh, actually, they are going to get continuation. Eiley Cullum will be assessed the first foul of the night for either squad. So we'll go right to the free throw line to start off tonight. 8 seconds into the ball game on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboards. First free throw is good. It's a 1-0 start here on Homegrown Local Radio. Second free throw on its way and good. It's a 2-0 start for Detroit Lakes on the Aitkin Gobblers, as it'll be bringing up to the front court. Ella Jansen from the top of the circle works it left side for Sarah Thompson. Right back to Jansen, looks for a feed pass inside, stripped away on a turnover, forced pass into the hands of Gunderson. Outlets out to number 1 for a jumper, no good from Abigail Larson. Right into the hands of Ella, and she'll take it to the front court for the Gobblers. Mishandled on the near attempted pass. Eiley Cullum hits the deck. Ball loose out on the floor. It's going to get to midcourt. Jansen down on both knees to slide, and a travel called against the Aitkin Gobblers. Another turnover.
She got to dribble that ball before she gets up.
Good dive for the ball as well, sliding to both knees and getting a little traction to get the lead out. Forced pass right inside, up off the window. Finishing it is Gabby Betcher, and she will cash it in for 2. 4-0 start for the Lakers. Turnover right at midcourt. Larson goes up with the right hand and finishes the shot. 6-0 start, and a timeout taken by the Gobblers. Not even a full minute into the game. Gobblers are down 6-0. Just a quick 30-second timeout here. Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout, as we do mention the fact that we are on Homegrown Local Radio as well as yourliveevent.com. Don't forget that still coming up here in just a little while, we'll have Malacca versus Pine City. I should say the Aitkin Gobblers will be taking on the winner between Malacca, Pine City, Hinckley, Finlayson in the semifinals of the Section 7 2A tournament. That will be the opening round match, and then the semifinals will be tomorrow night down in Mora, with the championship taking place in Mora as well. Quick 30-second timeout. Gobblers down 6-0 here on that scoreboard from Aitkin High School. An early start to our broadcast here tonight. No JV matchup as we usually get accustomed to, but the Gobblers down in an early hole. Eiley Cullum from the right corner looks for a pass right back to Ella Jansen, poked out of her hands by Abigail Larson, and will stay with the Gobblers. 6:51 on the scoreboard. Inbound right to Sarah Thompson. Looks for a pass to the right side. Dribbles it way back to the middle. Now to Eiley Cullum, as she'll switch places with Thompson at the top of the key now. Looking to reassess the offense now to Emma Sky, right wing, for Jansen in the right corner. Not enough for Jansen to think about shooting, but she'll just take it herself. As she'll have the pass stripped away from her, but enough with pursuit on the backside of the play to force a pass going out of bounds. And we'll go right back to Aitkin, I should say. Inbound, turnaround shot from Cullum up off the window, not good enough as Sophie Snyder with a rebound, almost stolen away by Helena Daggett as she will lose it and goes out of bounds. Gobblers down 6-0, looking for their first positive possession here in this opening half. Inbound taken right away by number 44, J.C. Hauser, leads it out. Grace Gunderson, one step, left-hand shot up off the backboard. 8-0 start for the Lakers. It was a near double dribble there from Sarah Thompson between her and Ella Jansen across half court now. Right back to the top of the key for Jansen. Looks to the right side, gets a screen from Sky. Not enough to draw away the defender. Sky inside, down along the baseline. Got an angle, got to throw it up with the right hand. Not strong enough as it goes out of bounds and will be last touch by the Gobblers and goes right back to Detroit Lakes. 15:50 to play here in the first half. Detroit Lakes on top 8-0. Grace Gunderson out on the right wing. Now she'll work it back towards middle left side for Larson. Gets a screen, get a fire, a three off the side of the rim, no good. Long rebound, going to be a fought for, and we'll get a jump ball tie-up. Gobblers will get the basketball on the possession arrow. We'll get Ella Okeson and Ellie Lundy checking in for the Lakers, number 5 and also number 42. Gobblers stand pat with their same 5 to start off. 2.5 minutes into the game. Pass stolen from Jansen. Out to Larson. Rolls it off the window. Not good enough as it's rejected. Fight for the rebound down low. And we get Hauser, who's fouled, on her way to the basket. And we will get free throws for her as it looks like it'll be against Ella Jansen, her second. J.C. Hauser at the line, first time tonight.
I think that's Ella's first, team second.
Yes, correct. First for her, team second. First free throw good from Hauser. Abby Palm checks in. First time tonight, so getting some extra shots up apparently during the initial minutes of the ball game, and good enough to get good and loose. 10-0 start. Palm takes the inbound. She'll come across half court. Left side, stolen away. It's going to be left all alone for a layup on the other end. Daggett will laying it off the glass for 2 more. 12-0 start, 3 minutes in. Palm gets a screen from Sky, and we get a foul call on the floor. Gobblers get the benefit. Helena Daggett, her first, team's first as well. Right in front of the Gobbler student section. Good amount of the Gobbler boys basketball team here tonight as well. Wrapping up practice before the start of our game here this evening. Gobblers down 12-0, 14:45 counting downward in the first half. Sky up off the glass, gets a nice pass inside, rebound, gonna be fought for on the tie-up, and will go to the Lakers. 14:40 to play in the first half. Detroit Lakes on top by the score of 12-0. 3 different scores at least are still in. Maybe 4 or 5 in total. Foul called out on the floor as the streaking player for the Lakers was impeded upon. That's going to be Eiley Cullum, her second. Team's third of the half as well. We'll see Daggett inbound. To Hauser inside, pass in the paint. Lundy is going to be fouled on, and looks like Lundy will head her way to the free throw line. We'll get the continuation. Looks like that'll go against Emma Sky, her first. And Lundy will head to the free throw line with substitutions checking in, 1 for each side coming up here momentarily. First free throw, no good from Ellie Lundy.
6th time to the line so far. Lakers.
See Ray Nyberg checking in as well as Sarah Thompson, it looks like. Eiley Cullum is out, and so is Sophie Snyder in the process. Free throw good. 13-0 start for the Lakers. And we'll come across the half-court line will Abby Palm for Aitkin to Ella Jansen. Switching out to Emma Sky, right elbow, jump shot from Emma, no good, as a rebound down to Abigail Larson across half court. Stretches it out for Daggett, right wing to the free throw circle. Back up top to Larson, left side pass for Okeson. Try to streak inside for a pass, number 32, Addison Wills. Not enough there as it's deflected out around the perimeter, back to the Lakers' hands. Lundy, turnaround pass in the lane, stolen away by the Gobblers, as coming out with it was Emma Sky. Abby Palm across half court now. Gets the pass over now to Thompson. Looked like Thompson initially was going to try and maybe put up a screen as her pass trying to find the perimeter is taken away from Okeson. Stretches it out to Isabella Larson. Streaking into the paint, rolls it up off the window. As it'll be Larson for two more. She's at 4 with 3 more players looking to check in for the Lakers. A 15-0 run to open up the game for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Jan's going to fire a 3, left corner, knocks it down. 15-3 Gobblers trail. 13 to go in the first half from the left corner. Left all alone. Easy roll in for number 5, Ella Okeson. Makes it a 17-3 lead. Just under 13 to play in the first half. Pass to the right side. Jan's in the right corner to Abby Palm. Hesitates. Fires a pass inside for Ray Nyberg. Not going to fall in, but still fouled on her way to the basket is Ray Nyberg. Nyberg will get 2. Second team foul of the half for Detroit Lakes goes to number 42, Ellie Lundy. As Nyberg will get a pair. Their team down 17-3. First free throw no good from Ray. 3 Lakers checking in. Hauser, also seeing Gunderson, Grace Gunderson, and number 31 that is, and Gabriella Betcher. Gobblers did also check in Camille Peranto. First time Camille, we've seen her in quite some time here, at least on the home court side of things.
Yeah, she was there in Moose Lake the other night. Yep.
Free throw good as the inbound stolen away by the Gobblers. 3 from Abby Palm, no good as it's taken right back as on a rebound was Gabriella Betcher.
I thought that one was money. Looked good from coming from Abby.
It did right away after the steal on the inbound. Hauser up off the glass high and rolls it in as the Gobblers now down 19-4, 12:28 to go in the first half. Palm brings it across the timeline, looks for a pass, gets a screen from Ray off the right side in the right corner. Jansen for a 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Peranto initially touched it, but Palm comes down with the rebound. Jansen going to fire a mile-long 3 wide of the basket and goes out of bounds. Timeout taken by Detroit Lakes, it looks like, with 12:18 to go. 12:10, I should say. We'll take a timeout with them as well as the Gobblers trail 19-4 here on the Gobbler, as well as YourLiveEvent.com.
Aitkin Gobblers Action with Your Live Event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of Your Live Event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to YourLiveEvent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School on the Gobbler, KKIN, as well as YourLiveEvent.com. 19-4 our score, 12:07 to play. Timeout was taken by the Detroit Lakes Lakers. And right after timeout, Grace Gunderson from 3 lands in the hands of a long rebound to Ella Okeson. Looks for a pass inside to J.C. Hauser. Collects a pass that was nearly stolen away. Back out for 3 from Okeson, no good. Long rebound fought for, and it lands into Okeson's hands once again. Now to J.C. Hauser. Left side, Okeson doesn't shoot the 3 for the 3rd time this possession. Driving, Gabriella Betcher leaves her shot short and lands in the hands of Ella Jansen and brings it up to the front court with a full head of steam. Streaking coast to coast, can't finish the shot. Grace Gunderson will throw it up near midcourt. Lands in the hands of Ella Okeson. Left side, J.C. Hauser for a 3, no good. Camille Peranto will come down with it and gives it up to Ella Jansen. Slows things up across half court. 11:15 to go in the first half. Gobblers down 19-4. Right side pass to Jansen. Jansen looks for a stretch pass inside. Timing it just right was Hauser on the steal and forces the turnover on the offensive end. 11 minutes to go. Substitution for the Gobblers checking in here. Next opportunity that they have, as it's going to be taken inside. Gunderson back out for Hauser for another three. Good for J.C. Hauser. 22-4 with 10 minutes to go. Now the Gobblers working it right side for Jansen. Jansen back up top now for Sarah Thompson. Thompson looks for somewhere to go with it. Right back to Jansen in the right corner. She'll dribble her way back out to the wing. Feed pass inside for Ray Nyberg, working the angle up and under the basket. Not going to be good for the shot, but 2 free throws coming up for Ray. So Ray will get 2 free throws as the foul called against Addie Wills. Her first, team's third of the half. First free throw from Ray is good. 22-5 the deficit. Four players in now for the Lakers. Seeing for the first time tonight. Number 24, Madison Bellinger, in for the first time this evening. Abby Larson also back in. Second free throw, no good from Ray. Is a foul called, it looks like, on the rebound. This one will be against Ray. Her first, team's 5th of the half, as the Lakers get the basketball right back. As it'll be Abigail Larson bringing it up to the front court now. Works off the defender to Bellinger inside, and a foul called underneath, right around the paint area, as the pass going towards number 42, that being Ellie Lundy, but Camille Peranto called for her first. Another one for Aitkin. 6 fouls in the first half already. 3 from Hauser in the right side, no good. Long rebound coming down with it is Bellinger. And right side to Abigail Larson. Larson takes her time in the wing. Back out now to Larson again. Looks to penetrate from the right elbow. She does with the right-handed shot, no good. Larson fights for it, and Hauser, I should say. Jump ball in the tie-up. Gobblers get the basketball on the possession arrow. Zella Jansen, who was out, checks back in. 22-5, Gobblers trail with 9:55 to go in the first half. Couple late substitutions now, we'll see. Sophie Snyder, Emma Sky back in. Ray and Camille check out for the Gobblers. Jansen inbounds to Abby Palm. A few late scratches with our starting lineup and a couple of changes here and there, but so far just about everybody wearing a uniform for Aitkin has seen the floor thus far. Snyder inside, left hand on the turnaround, can't get it to go. Outlet on the loose ball to Abigail Larson with the left hand, finishes the shot. 24-5 with 9.5 to go in the first half. It'll be Abby Palm across half court, feed pass to Sky. Her shot blocked in the air, brought down by 42. That's Ellie Lundy. She'll get it up to Bellinger across half court. Now actually giving it up to Abigail Larson before she establishes the offense in the front court. Fight for, or at least an attempt to strip the ball away. Palm inside for J.C. Hauser. Her shot went halfway in but kicked back out as it lands in the hands of Sarah Thompson with 8.5 to go. 24-5, Gobblers trail on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and the Aitkin Motors scoreboards. Right side three-pointer from Jansen is good. 24-8. 6 points, 6 of the 8 scored by Jansen. Ella Jansen, with both of them coming from outside the arc. Bellinger's jumper inside, no good. Turnaround on the right-handed shot from Lundy, no good. Sky came down with the board, gives it up to Ella Jansen. Abby Palm fakes, steps, pops a shot, and no good as the long rebound in the right corner. Palm gets her own board. Now to Emma Sky, back out. Sarah Thompson steps, fires a shot right on the line. 2 for Sarah Thompson. Gobblers down 14 at 24-10.
Good to see Sarah and Abby both popping, having open looks. That's a nice look by Sarah and able to get it to go.
Less than 8 minutes left in the first half. Gobblers started off down 15-0, but still facing a deficit on the other side. In fact, 10-9 run, if you want to put it that way, since that 15-0 start. Abigail Larson, the free throw line. Floater in the lane, off the back of the iron, no good. A rebound down to Abby Palm. And the Gobblers will take it the other way. Almost mishandles it coming across half court, but Palm will recollect to Sarah Thompson, left side. Dribbles at the free throw circle, gets a screen from Sky on the right side. Tries to get a pass to Emma. She finally comes out with it. Tries to get a cross-court pass out to Ella Jansen. Left alone, three on the way from Ella off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound down to Ellie Lundy. Gives it up to Madison Bellinger across half court. Left side now for number 3. That's going to be Helena Daggett. Cross-court pass to Abigail Larson once again. 24-10, Gobblers trail. Right in front of the Gobbler bench, keeping alive was Daggett. Back out to Larson once again at the top of the lane. Left side, J.C. Hauser, a 3 off the side of the iron, no good. Put back on the follow-through rebound was Lundy. She can't get it to go, and the Gobblers bring it up. Now to Abby Palm. Fakes, right side, driving baseline. All the way along the baseline was Jansen. Now to Sarah Thompson, left side, back to Jansen. Thought about it, but looks for a pass to Sky inside. Emma, skip pass now to her teammate Sophie Snyder, blocked in the air and taken down. Sophie Snyder, 2 free throws. Looks like coming up for Sophie Snyder, as I believe it was Hauser moving Sophie Snyder.
Oh, not a shooting foul, I guess.
No shooting foul. No continuations, but J.C. Hauser will get her first, team's 4th. Eiley Cullum, Ray Nyberg into the game. As the official who made the call on the foul, explains to Coach Mike Ream, not a shooting foul apparently.
She did get the ball first and blocked, and then body made contact, so I think that is the correct call.
6.5 to go. Inbound towards Emma Sky. It's stolen away by Hauser. Lead out to Larson. Left hand shot off the layup and in. 26-10. We'll come across half court now. Left side, now to the right side, I should say, for Ella Jansen. Trying to get one to Emma Sky, but just getting a hand out was a player for the Lakers, and a right-sided pass and a shot layup from Daggett. 28-10 with 6 minutes to go in this opening half of basketball. From the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth, looking towards that left side, and it'll go right in the ankles this time of Eiley Cullum, but she collects. Cullum bounces left side, double dribble on Eiley.
11th turnover thus far for the Gobblers.
Not a good start to the half. More turnovers and actual points, and a timeout taken by Coach Mike Ream for the Gobblers. We'll step aside here for a break as well. 5:46 to play in the first half here on your home for Gobbler Sports, The Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Welcome back here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, as well as yourliveevent.com. Gobblers trailing 28-10. Over 6 minutes still to play here in the ball game. 11 turnovers, 10 points, Jeremy, and I know that the guards and have got to get a little bit more trickeration, at least fake, and then drive the ball.
Yeah, they've the Lakers done a good job getting passing lanes, but we've kind of telegraphed our passes, and when you telegraph, it's an easy pickoff. So you gotta fake a bounce pass up over the top, or vice versa, fake it over the top and then a bounce pass. Get them in the air and get their defenders moving.
5:45 to go and counting downward in this first half. 28-10 the score here thus far. Equal offensive production all around for the Lakers. Pass inside, Grace Gunderson just left all alone and just rolls it in with ease. And now will be 5.5 to go. 30-10 our score thus far here in this ball game. Pass the left side we'll see for Eiley Cullum. Skip pass inside for Emma Sky up against Hauser. Up with the right-handed shot. No good. No pursuit after the rebound. Bodies flying everywhere as we get bodies down on the backside. As laying it up was Grace Gunderson, it looks like, as Eiley Cullum a little bit slow, but eventually able to get up. Count 2 more for Grace Gunderson. 32-10 the score. Cullum will check out. Sarah Thompson checks in for Eiley. 5 minutes to go here in the game. 32-10 is the score. 5 minutes exact to play on that scoreboard, brought to you by Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services, as we will get tie up on the jump ball, and we'll go right back to Detroit Lakes on the possession arrow. As it'll be Abigail Larson bringing it out to the front court. Left side now going in and out once again. Hauser. Right side, Larson left alone. Going to fire a 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Ray Nyberg gets the rebound down to Sarah Thompson, who will quickly pass it to Abby Palm across half court. Palm working her way back towards the middle with the right-handed dribble. Picks it up left side now on the pass to Sarah Thompson. Thompson looking towards that left corner, and a travel called against Sarah Thompson. Indecisive on the pass as well, but didn't telegraph and throw it away. Turnover nonetheless. Ellie Lundy back in. Hauser and also seeing number 3, Helena Daggett, out for the Lakers of Detroit Lakes. To the right side on the pass, Grace Gunderson left alone, streaking with a right-handed layup.
The Gobblers aren't communicating very well. They're getting beat there, and that's time where you need to yell help and get ready to step down into that block.
Double-digit scoring now for the Lakers, and Grace Gunderson as a pass from Sarah Thompson stolen away cleanly, and we'll get a foul called as we'll go back to the Lakers. But looks like Ray Nyberg will get her second foul, and it's also going to be a 1-and-1. 4:03 to play here in the ball game, in this first half, I should say. As we'll get a 1-and-1 here, as the official explains things over on the 1-and-1. 7th team foul, so in the bonus now are the Lakers. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Form number 31. Gabriella Betcher. 35-10. It's like Ellie Betcher. On the scoreboard, on the roster that I have, it says Gabriella, but apparently she goes by Ellie. E-L-L-E.
E-L-L-E, got it.
There we go. Second free throw from Betcher is good. 36-10 with under 4 to go in the first half on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboard. Pass from Cullum. Stolen away by Ellie Lundy. And we'll get a foul called on the reach.
Yeah.
Sophie Snyder, yes. It'll be her first of the game as well. Lundy heads to the line. First free throw, front end of the 1-and-1 good. About half the players along the side of the free throw lane reacted on the 1-and-1. 37-10 the score. Second free throw, no good. A rebound down to Sophie Snyder. And we'll bring it up to the front court now. Inside pass, and for Ray, can't finish it. Rebound on the putback. Snyder, no good. Gunderson will get the rebound, bringing it to the front court now. Right side, lays it up off the window and finishes it for 2 more. Grace Gunderson now with 12 points in the game. Coming across now. Right side, dribbling it back towards the left now for Abby Palm. Looks for a pass right side, but was going to be taken away if they did go inside now. Back out to Palm. Hesitates, right elbow, drives. Right-handed shot for Abby. Nice finish for Abby Palm.
Great drive. Great right-handed. She used her left arm to keep the defender away and laid it up and in.
Almost looked like she cradled the ball on the way towards the hoop as well. Using the stiff arm to create movement and momentum. Abby Larson dishes it back out for Betcher. Ellie Betcher, that is. And we'll bring it back left side now for Grace Gunderson. Gunderson looks for a penetrating pass. She'll take it herself from the free throw line. Lose the handle, right-handed shot, and a travel called against the Lakers. We'll give the ball, I should say, right back to Aitkin with 2:44 to go in the first half. 39-12 the score. Gobblers trail here on yourliveevent.com and also on the Gobbler. 2:44 counting downward. Abby Palm brings it across half court now for the Gobblers. Works it over left side, spins around towards the right, skips it over to Eiley Cullum. Cullum, penetrating pass, tipped out of the air by a Laker and forced in the hands of number 3, Helena Daggett. Okeson, her pass inside, tipped out of the air, and it's going to be last touch by, looks like that was Betcher going out of bounds with it, and we'll go back to Aitkin. Now, if Betcher doesn't make an attempt on it, I think the Lakers keep it.
No, it was Ray tipped it, and then it went off. That's why she hustled, because he got her as well.
Well, there you go. 2:18 to go, counting downward in this first half. 39-12, Gobblers trail. Ella Jansen to Sophie Snyder inside. Her shot, no good, but fouled on the way was Sophie Snyder, and she'll get 2 free throws. She'll head to the line. First time tonight, Ellie Lundy with her second foul. Sophie at the line. First free throw from Lundy, or excuse me, from Snyder, I should say, no good. 39-12 remains the score. 2:10 to go in the first half. Of course, halftime. Not really many scores to report. We're kind of early on here with our broadcast here tonight. Well, might be able to get one score as the second free throw from Snyder good. 39-13. Early start over in Pequot Lakes tonight with Perham in town. Jumper from Betcher is good. That's 24, Madison Betcher. First points of the night for her. 41-13 the score. Right side, back out, skip pass to Ray Nyberg, looks to drive off Gunderson and fouled on the way. That's Addie Wills actually in the way of Ray Nyberg. And we'll get 2 free throws for Ray. Second foul of the game for Addie Wills. As heading the line is Ray once again. First free throws from Ray, good. We'll get another one guaranteed.
Ray's 6th opportunity at the line.
1:45 remaining in the first half. Second free throw from Nyberg is good. 41-15. Minute 44 remaining in the first half. Here on the Randall Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboard. Pass in the lane taken away by Abby Palm. Dribbles it up to the front court for Ray Nyberg. Looks for a pass somewhere to go. Nobody really moving for her to create any momentum for her team, but Abby Palm takes it, stops, fires a shot high at the backboard basket. Will count as she gets the shot off the front of the iron. It hold there for a second. And she gets the and one free throw. 17 points in the first half. Now make it a 41-17 deficit for Aitkin as the and one free throw from Palm, no good, but a fight for the rebound. We'll give a jump up, tie up for the jump ball, and now we'll give it right back to the Gobblers. With 1:20 to go in the first half. Inbound to Ray Nyberg, now right back out to Abby Palm. Palm, right corner, left corner, I should say, out on the wing now for Jansen off the front of the rim, then held there before it landed in the hands of number 44 and J.C. Hauser. And here come the Lakers the other way. Foul called against Jansen, it looks like. It'll be Ella's second. Teams, I believe that's going to be number 9 of the half. It is. 1-1 on the free throws now for number 5 for the Lakers and Ella Okeson. First one from Okeson is good. 42-17, 1:08 remaining in the first half. Looking now to go across half court on the free throw miss are the Gobblers. 42-17, Jansen gets the rebound, gives it up to Abby Palm across half court. Palm working right side, skip pass into the corner now. Loose ball on the floor, Jansen comes out with it, gets it out to Abby Palm, left alone for a 3 in the right corner. Good for Abby Palm. 42-20 Gobblers trail with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Speed pass inside. Addison Betcher's shot no good. Rebounded down to Eiley Cullum to the front court for the Gobblers. Cullum back to Palm. High pass comes down with it. To Jansen. Inside for Nyberg. Nyberg kicks it back out. Right corner from Ella Jansen. Good. Gets the three. 42-23 with 18 seconds to go. Back-to-back threes from the Gobblers. Now we go back out to Madison Betcher. Eiley Cullum. Cullum holding the defensive presence. Okeson get a fire three. Good for Okeson. 45-24 with 1 second to go. Fires it up at the buzzer and just hits off the backboard. 45-24 our halftime score. Gobblers trail going into the locker room. We'll talk about this first half coming up. We'll also getting maybe a look at out-of-town scoreboard and much more on the way. Gobblers trail here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical. Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
On yourliveevent.com as well as the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, 4523 Detroit.
This has been a local sports presentation on Orange.
Not going to hang up quite yet here on Homegrown Local Radio. Of course, our halftime score, I should say, is 45-23. Detroit Lakes on top of the Aitkin Gobblers at halftime. That halftime score, Gobblers were down 15-0 to start off the game, but again, turnovers mounting early in the broadcast here tonight with the Gobblers a little bit slow in a few different areas, especially with some of their passes coming through and just completely telegraphed, and thus leading to easy opportunities for steals and turnovers on the other end. Detroit Lakes has taken advantage with that as their first half led by the likes of Grace Gunderson. She's got in total 12 points in the first half, while the Gobblers mounting 15 turnovers in that first half, 15 turnovers compared to 5 from Detroit Lakes, but also rebounding much improved in the second half, or I should say in this first half as well. The Gobblers out rebounding Detroit Lakes 15-10. Paul Volt joined alongside with Jeremy Jansen here at the halftime break. And Jeremy, we were talking about the fact right as the offense tries to get moving up to the front court for Aitkin. Forced passes and telegraphing passes have led to a lot of those turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, and it was, again, it wasn't any backcourt turnovers. It was once we were set up, we're just trying to force that pass too early, you know, and you know, a good ball fake, and to get the girl moving so you could get that. Because our posts were open for the most part. We just could not get the ball to them. And so maybe they make that adjustment in the second half and work on it here, you know, the next 20 minutes, 18 minutes.
Absolutely. We'll take another break here. We'll talk more about some second half adjustments, review some more of the numbers here from this first half. Aitkin Gobblers trail 45-23 here on your home for the Gobbler, the Gobblers, the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1, and yourliveevent.com.
Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Aitkin Gobblers Action with your live event is made possible by the advertising businesses you see throughout this broadcast. They help ensure that we can bring you the coverage at the best price, free. Please thank and support our sponsoring businesses. If you own a business or your organization wants to reach the listeners and viewers of your live event and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise or contact one of the offices in Brainerd or Aitkin. Enjoy the broadcast.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
At R&J
Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
We inspired to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses UC Advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to yourliveevent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Right here on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com. Gobblers up by down by the score of 45-23 here on yourliveevent.com. Speaking of yourliveevent.com, we do have action coming up here before too long. Malacca or Pine City Hinckley Finlayson. The winner of that match will take on the Aitkin Gobbler wrestling team, the Section 7 2A tournament. The winner of that match goes on the semifinals tomorrow night down in Mora. So they're in Pine City here this evening. They'll move over to Mora for the semifinals and the championship for the Section 7 2A tournament. And then we'll have individuals coverage coming up next week for the Gobblers as well. We'll have full coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers this postseason wrestling-wise strictly on yourliveevent.com. Second half coming up here with the Aitkin Gobblers down to 45-23 against the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. 18 minutes as we got an early start, and we continue to truck right along here today. One of those days you look back and, man, today just not a good day. Oh, my goodness. Probably didn't start off all that well, especially me almost slipping in the shower this morning.
Oh, man, that is a rough start.
And at 4:30 in the morning, too. So, yeah, not
you were looking forward to a cup of coffee.
I was looking forward to something much stronger than coffee. That is a given here as we get our scoreboard readjusted here. 3 seconds already ticked off here at the scoreboard, so we get ready to start here the second half of action here on Homegrown Local Radio. Detroit Lakes Lakers will start off with the opening possession, almost get it stolen away from Emma Sky, but it will be in number 44, that's J.C. Hauser. From the free throw line, dishes it back out to Abby Larson. Left side now for Grace Gunderson, leading the way at 12 points for Gunderson in the first half. And for the Lakers as well, her shot missed. Fight for the rebound will give a jump ball in the tie-up, which will go to the Aitkin Gobblers. It's like just moments away from starting our coverage over on yourliveevent.com with the wrestling in action tonight. Lance Bauman on the call for that. Looks like they just got done with the captain's meeting, and whoever wins the coin toss, basically. I don't know how that exactly works. That's why Lance is doing all that action and not yours truly. So we hope the best for Lance as well. Talked to him a little bit before the start of our broadcast tonight, finishing up and fine-tuning a couple of details, but lo and behold, looks like he is ready to go over there tonight. 45-23, our score. Gobblers give up the offensive possession. Back the other way now defensively with the Detroit Lakers. Pass inside now for Betcher. That's going to be Ellie Betcher. Now to J.C. Hauser. Out to the right side now. Cross-court heave for Gunderson. Stolen away by Sophie Snyder. Snyder loses the handle at midcourt, but will recollect for the Gobblers. 3 from the right side for Jansen is good. 45-23. 45-26 now after the 3 made by the Gobbler junior in Ella Jansen. J.C. Hauser from the top of the circle now. Right side pass for number 1 and Abby Larson in the lane for Ellie Betcher. Betcher left all alone in the lane and gets a easy shot for her, rolling it in. And now makes it 47-26.
I think that was 3.5 seconds in the lane.
It was definitely very past the 3 seconds. That is for sure. As the Gobblers will get it now. Back the other way. Or excuse me, the Lakers get it.
Turnover on Gobblers there. 17th turnover tonight.
16:23 to go on the Aitkin Health Services and Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboards. To the right side. Now left side as Larson fouled on her way to the basket and will go for a free throw. 2 of them to be exact as well.
Eiley Cullum picks up her 3rd foul tonight.
Early foul for Cullum. Looks like we'll see some action off the bench there for Coach Mike Ream and for the Gobblers. First match underway in the Section 7 2A tournament for the Gobblers. First free throw good for that being Larson, Abby Larson. As now the Gobblers will see second free throw go up, rattle around a couple of times. J.C. Hauser gets the rebound and will go out. Last touch by Aitkin and will be staying with the Lakers. Just going to make that comment. Maybe just turn down the volume a little bit.
Right.
No, you're good, though. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Inbound and shot thrown up off the back of the iron, and a couple bodies flying everywhere, but as it'll stay with the Lakers. I mean, I don't want to be outdone by Lance on 2 different broadcasts.
Right, we can hear him in the background.
Oh, goodness. Inbound right to Ellie Betcher. She's fouled as it'll stay with Detroit Lakes, but they will also send to the free throw line Ellie Betcher. Sky going to be called for her 2nd.
There's a lot of forearms being used by the Detroit Lakers, pushing their way to the hoop, and they got Emma for that. I think that was more of an offensive violation there.
Betcher makes both free throws, now makes it 50-26. Our score was 16:05 to play in the ball game. As Abby Palm will bring it across half court. Skip pass left side for Sarah Thompson. Thompson checked in for Cullum as Thompson's pass blocked away. Gets it right back to Ella Jansen. Jansen from the free throw line stops, fires a shot. Might have been tipped halfway up, but it's going to be taken away by Grace Gunderson. She'll take it slowly before she gives it up to Abby Larson across half court to Grace Gunderson. Gunderson looks to drive with a teammate in front of her. Lefty too strong, and coming down with it is Emma Sky. Sky holds her nose for a second. And back up to the front court now for the Gobblers with Abby Palm. Palm pass inside to Sky. Forces her way against Hauser. Fouled on the arm, and she'll go to the free throw line. Will be Emma Sky. And we will get 2 shots for Emma Sky. Gobblers after that 3. Those have been the only points until now. 50-27 our score. Ellie Lundy and also Okeson, that being Ella Okeson. Checking back in, Ellie and Ella for the Lakers. Free throw no good. Rebounded down to the hands of Jansen, no good on the shot, and rebounded down to Okeson. And we'll give it right back to Abby Larson. She'll bring it up to the front court for the Gobblers. Looks left side, a pass. Now we'll go. Throwing up a shot, Daggett that is. She's fouled upon, and she'll get, I believe, 2 free throws.
Nope, just a block shot and out of bounds on Sophie, so staying with the Lakers.
So there we go. Gobblers give up the offensive chance on the back end, but Sophie Snyder gets a rebound on the defensive side, and here comes Jansen to the front court. Streaking the other way, full court, and rolls it up off the fingertips for two. Gobblers down 50-29 with 14:49 to play in the game. Right there, now back out. Daggett gonna fire a three, wide of the mark. Larson comes down with it. To the left corner, left all alone backside. Daggett will go up off the glass and finishes it. 52-29 the score with 14:30 to play. Looking right side, Abby Palm skip pass, almost stolen away. Foul called as Sky hits the floor.
Ellie Lundy's her third.
And also team's second of the half. Halftime score over on Talk 100 KLKS. Perham and Pequot Lakes boys basketball. Perham's up 25-12 against Pequot Lakes.
That's boys?
That's, yes, boys basketball tonight over on Talk 100. Abby Palm, foul called on the offensive end as we get a stoppage here. And it's going to stay with the Gobblers.
Yeah,
he made the charge motion.
He made the mistake of a moving screen, but it's Ray that got ran over.
That's Ray that did get, yes. So foul called against Daggett, I believe. That's what the scoreboard says. She's got 3. I only had her down for 1.
I had her for 2.
Well, at least 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
As the Gobblers over and back and give it up on a turnover, trailing 52-29 with 14:13 to play. Inbound right in front of the scorer's table to the Detroit Lakes side of half court. Larson will reestablish the offense. Now to Ella Okeson. Okeson looking pass at the top of the circle now for Ellie Betcher. Firing a 3 is Larson, no good. A rebound, last touch by Okeson, and they're going to say it'll go with 8. Actually stay with the Lakers.
Sarah Thompson had the ball. Lakers knocked it out of her hands and called it Laker ball.
Gunderson with the right hand, no good. Rebounded back out to Okeson, and will be free throws coming up, it looks like. It was Addie Wills actually with the shot initially. And Okeson will head her way to the free throw line. First time for her, I believe, or second time. First time the second half, so it was partially right.
Yes.
First free throw from Okeson is good, 53-29. $13:50 to go. Second free throw from Okeson, no good. Rebound down to Ray Nyberg. She'll bring it up to the front court from Abby Palm, I should say. Palm dribbles towards the middle, now works it back right side. Looks towards that left now. Pass to Sarah Thompson. Thompson's pass stolen away for Larson, who rolled up off the window and finishes at the shot with an easy layup for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. 13:27 to go in the ball game. 13 and counting downward, I should say. 55-29 the score. Pass inside to Emma Sky. Step back, right-handed, awkward jump shot, but will go down. And no, actually kicks back out into the hands of the Lakers from Detroit Lakes. 13-10, and it'll be back over to Ella Okeson. Okeson back up top now for Ellie Betcher. Betcher, that is. Inside pass, stripped away, but right back into Abby Larson's hands to the likes of number 32, Addie Wills. She'll be called for a travel.
I thought she had traveled before even the shot. And
foul called there as Sophie Snyder checks back in. She'll come in for Emma Sky. 12:54 to go. 55-29 remains the score. Abby Palm will take the ball and bring it up to the timeline and across. Right side, looks for a pass inside to penetrate the perimeter, doesn't go. Jansen gonna fire a 3 right in front of her own bench. Short of the mark, fight for the rebound, tipped right back to Sarah Thompson. Her shot quickly is in. 55-31 the score. 12.5 to go. Gobblers trail by 24.
4 points on the night for Sarah.
Pressed into duty tonight. A start for Sarah Thompson as well, as Up off the window for Addie Wills. 2 more for the Lakers. 57-31 with 12:12 to go on the Brandel Motors of Aitkin and Aitkin Health Services scoreboards. Floater off the side, blocked halfway up by the Lakers from Sarah Thompson, and the Lakers come out with it. Forcing back out Helena Daggett. Daggett works left side, driving up high off the window, too strong, and down with it is going to be Ella Jansen as she hits the floor as well, but needs a moment to get back up before landing awkwardly on the leg. 11:52 to go. Foul called against Addie Wills. That'll be her third. Looks like Jansen going to tough it out here.
Her 5th rebound came at a maybe a little bit of a rolled ankle.
And Coach Ream, seeing Ella, will take Ella out. Injuries have been mounting for the Gobbler girls as the season has moved along. 57-31 the score. Sarah Thompson checked in for Ella Jansen to Ray Nyberg, back out to Sarah. Jumper just inside the arc, rattles around, doesn't go down. Long rebound into the corner as stepping out of bounds with it was number 42 in Ellie Lundy.
The official down on the baseline was going to call it out of bounds. This guy called it a foul. So
he did.
The guy up on the half court called it a foul. The guy standing 18 inches from the play didn't call it anything. Very interesting. So a foul called against Sophie Snyder apparently will make it now an offensive possession for the Detroit Lakers as Madison Betcher back in with J.C. Hauser inside to Madison Betcher. Too far stretched out and gets the point to go through. 59-31 with 11:15 to go in the ball game. Gobblers trail as a travel called against the Gobblers against Abby Palm. 20 turnovers for the Gobblers. You got 6 on the night for the Lakers. 11:05 to play. Madison Betcher to Addie Wills. That's Grace Gunderson, actually. Grace Gunderson finishes her roll off the left side untouched before she was about 3 feet from the basket. 30-point lead now at 60-31 as we'll get 5 new legs for the Detroit Lakers, and we'll see at least 3 for the Gobblers. Shot from the right corner from Eiley Cullum, no good. Trying to break out as the Lakers turn it over. 10.5 to play. 61-31 the score. 5 new players. Well, I don't want to say new, but 5 different players for the Lakers back out. We'll see Addie Wills, Ellie Betcher, Abby Larson, number 5, and Ella Okeson have all played tonight, but as Abby Larson steals an inbound, coming back the other way, Larson with the left hand finishes it up off the glass. We've got to figure out an inbounds play. It seems like we struggle with that, whether it's a side inbounds or under the hoop, where we're to the point of a 5-second call all the time. Daisy Hendrickson, the other player for the Lakers, in for the first time tonight. 3 from the right corner from Cullum, no good. Long rebound down to the hands of Ella Okeson. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Gobblers trail 63-31. Daisy Hendrickson, her pass stolen away from Emma Sky. Sky streaks down the other way with Ellie Betcher. Can't finish the shot. Second opportunity on the rebound is good. Emma Sky, 63-33, under 10 to go. Right side, it's going to be Okeson, and a foul called on the floor somewhere, somehow, some way, apparently. Abby's first, pretty light. Abby Palm called for her first. 9:44 to go. Inbound to Addie Wills. Wills looks for a pass back out, almost stolen away. It is taken away by Emma Sky, almost taken away from her. Now coming across half court, Eiley Cullum throws up a right-handed shot, rolls right in for Eiley Cullum. 63-35, Gobblers trail here with 9:25 to go, and a timeout taken by the Detroit Lakers. On the Brandel Motors of Aitkin scoreboard and Aitkin Health Services scoreboard, we'll take a Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout as well on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
Brandel.
Welcome.
Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at BrandlGM.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at BrandlGM.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandl Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. BrandlGM.com.
At R&J.
Welcome back here on the Gobbler as well as YourLiveEvent.com. 63-35 our score here from the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth. With just under 9 minutes to go here in the ball game tonight, or I should say a little over 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. Gobblers trail against Detroit Lakes. As we do have, looks like over on YourLiveEvent.com, Aitkin Gobblers up 9-0 as of last seen with that update on YourLiveEvent.com. Halftime score over on Talk 100 KLKS was Perham boys on top of Pequot Lakes 25-12. 9:24 to go. Detroit Lakes with the basketball in the offensive end with Ella Okeson inbounding it to number 1 and Abby Larson. Larson now to Daisy Hendrickson, inside pass to Okeson, not good enough as Addie Wills gets a rebound. Foul called on the floor. I believe against Camille Peranto will be. Camille, I believe, will get her first of the night. Second. Man, I am.
Yeah, sorry. Yep, second foul.
Yep, I had her down for one already.
I could have given you that. I got the book right in front of me.
And this is true. That's all right. First of now 2 free throws, as it was a 1-and-1. 63-36 the score, 9:14 to go. Second free throw will be coming up. Is good from, now make it 65-35. Had it tallied on the wrong side of the scoreboard for the video stream here tonight. Abby Palm across half court for the Aitkin Gobblers. Ella Jansen, who checked in during the last substitution allowance. So ankle must be good enough for the leg that she landed awkwardly on. Good enough as a pass stolen away by the Lakers. Almost turned over right at midcourt, but Abby Larson somehow shovels it over to a teammate in Ella Okeson. 8:45 to go, 30-point lead with 8.5 to go. Okeson. Feed pass inside, now back out for Larson just inside the arc for a deep 2. Rebound down to Emma Sky. Sky will take it up now to Abby Palm across half court. Try to force one into Camille Peranto, and out letting the other way, rolls it up, will be Abby Larson for 2 more. Abby Larson now with 15 points on the night for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Skip pass from Palm over to Eiley Cullum. Looks for Emma Sky inside. One-on-one against Addie Will. Steps back and blocked halfway up in the air as Camille Peranto trying to fight for a loose ball. And it's turned over by the Gobblers on that missed shot opportunity. Or it might have been blocked. It was blocked for sure on the way up. Larson to Ellie Betcher. Now for Okeson inside to Wills. Rolls it in for 2 more easy points. 69-35, 7:40 to go. Couple more subs will be checking in here momentarily. Coach Mike Ream will take a timeout as well. 69-35 our score. That'll give us a chance to get a Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout in as well here on the Gobbler, YourLiveEvent.com.
Inspired to provide the best in local sports coverage for our area teams. Listen to our Wake the Lakes morning show for local news, weather, and sports every weekday morning from 6 to 9. If you're enjoying the video coverage of the Aitkin Gobblers, thank the sponsoring businesses you see advertising. They make it possible. If you're a business owner and want to reach our viewers and listeners, go to YourLiveEvent.com and click Advertise to get in contact. That's YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. It's over 7.5 minutes to play. 69-35 our score. Looks like Aitkin Gobblers up 9-0 in their match against Malacca. So it must have been Malacca defeating Pine City Hinckley Finlayson in the Section 7 2A tournament.
Looks like the Gobblers are at the 120-pound weight class right now.
You would have better indication than I ever would. I'll tell you that much right there. But Lance Bauman on the call for that one. Once we get done here with our game tonight, feel free to flip it on over to yourliveevent.com for the Gobblers, who are wrestling for a chance in the semifinals tomorrow night at Mora High School. And then that match, the winner, the Gobblers win that one. They're going to be in the championship later that night as well. 7:26 to go. Gobblers down 69-35 after a Riverwood Healthcare Center timeout from Coach Mike Ream, as Ray Nyberg hands it off to Abby Palm. Palm from the top of the circle extended out between midcourt and the top of the key. Tip passes everywhere, but Palm comes out with it. Palm hands it off to Eiley Cullum. Cullum from the free throw line, left side, blocked halfway up by Ellie Lundy. And it's going to be taken back the other way from the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Left side, Daisy Hendrickson going to fire a deep three. No good. A rebound fought for as we get a jump ball in the tie-up, as it'll stay with the Lakers. Looks like another match won there from the Gobblers, it seems. Moving on to the next weight class,
which is 126 pounds.
Inbound right to Addie Wills. She'll go up and in for two more. 71-35. Gobblers did trail at halftime. It was the score 45-23. Ella Jansen going to fire up a force three, blocked halfway up, and coming down with it was number 42 and Ellie Lundy. 6.5 to go. Spread out left side for Hendrickson. Hendrickson cuts through to Ella Okeson, left corner three. Not good enough as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eiley Cullum as she falls to the floor and goes out of bounds. Clock will continue to roll with it being a 30-plus point lead here in under 9 minutes to go in the second half. Score all indicates Gobblers will fall here tonight, but 6 minutes to go, running time. Hendrickson gets the inbound right side back to Madison Betcher. Fed inside now for Ellie Lundy. Turnaround in the lane, goes in for a two. 73-35 with 5:45 to play. Across half court now, working it towards the left side will be Abby Palm. She cuts it back to the right after a screen from Ray Nyberg, and laying it up and in will be Abby Palm.
9 points on the night for Abby. Another nice drive by her.
Cuts it down, 73-37. Three from Hendrickson, no good. Would have gotten a big draw from her teammates. Hendrickson going to fire another three, no good. Rebound down to Madison Betcher in the right corner. Trying to cut inside was Lundy for a pass along the baseline, but goes out of bounds. See a couple more subs checking in. Number 41, Rachel Kosowski, in for the first time tonight. And also seeing number 4, Brooklyn Markison. Markison, right wing to Betcher. Madison Betcher, that is, for a three. Knocks it down, 76-37. Under 5 to go. As we hit the 4:45 mark, Abby Palm's jump shot no good, rebounded down to Lundy, given up to Madison Betcher. She'll take it herself from the free throw line of Aitkin and across half court to Rachel Kosowski. Back to Betcher, now to Addie Wills at the top of the key. Right side, pass off to Markison. Betcher once again, Madison Betcher to Markison. Thinks about the three from the right wing, passes it back up to Addie Wills. Madison Betcher on the left wing, fed down low. Now back out, stolen away by Ella Jansen. Jansen will bring it up to the front court now with a full head of steam. Works against Kosowski as a block called against. Looks like this will be against Kosowski with 4 minutes to play. As Jansen hits the floor, but back up. Under 4 to go. Kosowski, her first, team's 5th of the half, and will get actually 2 free throws for Ella.
I thought he called it on the floor, and she was going to the baseline like it was on the floor.
Free throw, no good from Ella Jansen. Emma Sky back in for Sophie Snyder. As we start digging deep into the roster, Jaden Wimmer, wearing number 40, will be into the ball game tonight. As the second free throw from Ella is good, 76-38. One of the nice things here about Detroit Lakes and their roster, they actually put the varsity numbers on the JV roster as well. So
Okay.
very considerate for a radio broadcaster. Wimmer's shot no good. Rebounded down to, looks like that will be Ray Nyberg who had it. Outlets to Ella Jansen. Back out to Ray, loose ball handling, and a turnover by the Gobblers with 3 minutes to go. 76-38 with under 3 to go here on the Cub Foods Brainerd Baxter radio booth from the likes of Aitkin High School here tonight. Aitkin Gobbler Wrestlers up 18-0, moving on in their weight class and in the Section 7 2A tournament as well. Loose ball out on the floor. It's Abby Palm who steals it away out to Sarah Thompson. Thompson on the left side, back out to Palm. Palm will drive from the free throw line, throws up a floater off the front of the rim, and rolls right in for the Gobblers. 76-40. 2:22 to play. Pass, a foul called against Ray, it looks like, much to her dismay. Ray with her third of the game with 2:12 to go, and also the team 7, so a 1-1. Actually, team foul number 8 of the half for the Gobblers. Fourth foul actually now for Ray. Rebound on the front end of the 1-1 to Emma Sky, so Ray now with 4 fouls apparently. Abby Palm takes the other way, rolls it up and in for 2 more. 76-42. As get a travel called against the Detroit Lakers, the front court with just a little over 90 seconds to go. Sophie Snyder, Camille Peranto, and Eiley Cullum checking back in for the Gobblers. Under 90 seconds go. Ella Jansen will check out. Gobblers going to fall to 6-17 on the season. They do play tomorrow night, so not a lot of time to think about this one. Move on to the next opponent just down the road in Rush City, I should say. Abby Palm inside to Camille Peranto. Her pass taken away by Rachel Kosowski, as she'll give it up to Hendrickson across half court. Daisy Hendrickson, that is. Looks for a cut pass to Kosowski. It's going to be taken away by Eiley Cullum. Slows up near the midcourt line, working it to the right side. Into the corner now for Camille Peranto. Sophie Snyder, left-hand turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound swatted out of the hands of Addie Wills, but it will stay with the Lakers.
Nice move by Sophie, though, going to the rim, going left, and she used the left hand. There was a great look just to get it to fall.
Left corner for Jaden Wimmer for a 3, no good. Rebounded down to Kosowski. Back out now for Jaden Wimmer with 30 seconds to go. Looks to drive from the left elbow. Loose ball out on the floor. Comes out with it, and we will get jump ball on the tie, which will give it to the Gobblers with 20 seconds to go. In the final seconds of the game here tonight, get one more offensive opportunity here for the Gobblers with 10 seconds left on that running clock. Abby Palm fakes the 3 on the right wing to Sarah Thompson. Thompson on the right side, feeding it to Peranto, and will not get a shot off with the Gobblers. They will fall 76-42, our final score. Gobblers fall here tonight from Aitkin High School by that final score. We'll take a break. We got the post-game show coming up. Maybe catch word from Coach Mike Cream coming up. Gobblers fall here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Aitkin Health Services is hiring additional nurses and CNAs. All new hires will receive a $4.75 per hour wage in addition to and above regular pay scale. Contact Aitkin Health Services to inquire on these positions or visit sfhs.hcshiring.com. St. Francis Health Services and Affiliates is an equal opportunity employer.
It's been a family tradition since 1938, purchasing a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle at Aitkin Motors. Another tradition that Aitkin Motors is proud of is supporting extracurricular activities for area students. Need an oil change or vehicle repair? Schedule an appointment with the Aitkin Motors Service Department. Tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors, family owned and operated, serving the area for over 84 years. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
At Brandel Chevrolet Buick and GMC, their team works together to provide you with the ultimate Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet shopping experience. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. They're there to exceed your expectations, deliver the best service possible, and make car shopping fun again. Browse the lot at brandelgm.com. When looking for your next new or used vehicle, shop Brandel Chevrolet Buick GMC in Aitkin. Our reputation rides with you. brandelgm.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
This is Jim Berkemeyer, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School tonight on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning in to the video stream at yourliveevent.com. Final score here tonight, 76-42. Gobblers trail and fall tonight against the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Paul Volt joined alongside with Jeremy Jansen tonight. And Jeremy, 15-0 start for Detroit Lakes Lakers. A lot of it right off the bat. Too many turnovers on the offensive end for the Gobblers.
Yeah, again, just we couldn't get that ball into the post and, to play that in and out game. We turned the ball over trying to get it in there, and we ended with 25 turnovers. We had 15, I believe, in the first half, 10 in the second. And so that's just tough when you're giving up possessions. They ended with 11 turnovers. I mean, that's 14 possessions, that extra possessions that the Lakers had tonight. And so it's a tough way to try to compete and stay close when you're turning the ball over that many times.
Yeah, and turnovers mounted early on as well, but a little bit of late life from the Gobblers, especially in the end of that first half. But rebounding-wise, it seemed like maybe Aitkin had a little bit of a slight edge there, especially in the first half.
Yeah,
too.
we ended 23 boards to 18 to them, 8 to 8 in the second half, and we out-rebounded 15 to 10 in the first half. So it was we did a good job on the boards, but that means the other team shot the ball quite a bit. So.
I was just about to make that comment. Yeah. I'm glad you beat me to the punch, unfortunately, in that category as well. But here on Homegrown Local Radio, again, our final score tonight, 76-42. Gobblers fall to 6-17 on the year. So the Aitkin Gobblers, again, still out of the win column after being 6-4 on the season at that point, and 6-5 at one point this season. And now, unfortunately, 12 consecutive losses for them here in the later half of this. And you don't want to make excuses for the Gobblers as well, but, down the entire JV, pretty much an entire JV team, and you throw in a couple of players that, are getting some varsity minutes for the first time this season too. But, some of them are making the most of it. Abby Palm, she was out for the first few minutes of the game, but she came through in a lot of different areas tonight.
Well, it's your point guard who's played there pretty much all season. You got Jilly, who's the other point guard, who's out with an ankle. So you had Ella playing point, who hasn't played point all game or all season, and it's different. And so you can't run the same offensive sets when Ella's running point, and so it was great to see Abby come out. She fought through some not feeling the best, and she ended with 13 points and 4 rebounds tonight, and did a really good job for the Gobblers.
And a lot of players for the Gobblers this season feeling the grind of the season that has been so far, but again, now making it another game coming up tomorrow night for them. They're going to be taking on Rush City out on the road too, and see different result for them. They fell Tuesday out on the road against Moose Lake Willow River. But, we're at the point of the season, a lot of games towards the back half of the schedule, and there's going to be a lot of grinding out games here, especially with just a couple weeks left in the regular season, too.
Right, and tomorrow's game is a very winnable game for the Gobblers. They put it together and play, team basketball. They could come home with one on the road.
Final score here tonight, 76-42 our score. We'll take another break here, hopefully catch word from Coach Mike Ream joining us here on the postgame show. Got to name our big deal player of the game, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game, still coming up here tonight as well. Gobblers fall 76-42 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. Hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kicks, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical. Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com as well as the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1 as we get a chance now here in the postgame show to look at our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new, safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it was done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Our Enbridge Energy player of the game tonight, Abby Palm here this evening for the Gobblers, battling through, came in the first few minutes of the game and, contributed quite a lot here this evening in so many different ways, Jeremy.
Yeah, right. Just being able to run the point, move the ball, ended with 13 points and 4 boards and worked hard, hands in passing lanes and so on. So nice job by Abby.
Yeah, absolutely. And the freshman taking advantage of the fact that getting into the offensive flow pretty much the entire season, whether it be coming off the bench, starting as well, she's contributed in many different ways as well. Coach Mike Green making his way up here momentarily. Just got the other video stream up with yourliveevent.com. Aitkin Gobbler wrestlers on top of Malacca. 36-0 as of last update on that as well. Of course, once we wrap things up here from Aitkin, we'll send John over there to yourliveevent.com, and you can enjoy all the fun and festivities from the Section 7 2A tournament down in, again, that's in Pine City tonight. They'll be at Mora High School coming up for the semifinals and championship game tomorrow night as well. Coach Mike Ream joining us here on the post-game show here. Coach, we'll give you the microphone here just for a couple of minutes here tonight. Coach, unfortunately, another loss here for your team tonight. Slow start, 15-0 deficit right off the bat, too, and a lot of pressure coming up, and turnovers again. That was the story to start off the game for your team.
Yeah. Well, we had a point guard with a migraine all day, and she was really hurting. She talked to Mark, our trainer, and so we had to start Ella at point, and that's not her strength. So it was nice we could get Ella back in a comfortable place and get Abby in there, and Jilly's out. She would normally been there. So we're just scraping together and knitting together a Afghan every night to try to get our game plan together, and then we have to change it 1 minute before the tip-off.
Right.
But we had a lot of positives tonight. Can I keep going? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Keep talking. You're on a roll.
Yeah, look at this. I wanted to look at this. They were 24 for 43 from 2, which, you know, pretty dang good, 50-some%. But they were only 3 for 13 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
They had 8 players score a 3 last game against us, and 10 players score, and they were, I think, right around 50% from 3.
Mm-hmm.
We changed from zone concept to man-to-man, and I'm happy. I think, you know, we have improved a lot with our man-to-man principle. We got a long way to go, and we're not very athletic, but it's that was fun to see. And our shooting was better, probably best in a long time. I see we're 5 from 14, which is about 37% from 3, and we were 10 for 31, which is about 33% from 2. We haven't shot better than that all year. So, baby, I'm looking at the good part about it because, you know, when these kids get some of the other players in their class back next year, you know, hopefully they're going to be a lot more prepared than they would have been had we not worked for the last 4 months.
You got on the road tomorrow, Coach, in Rush City, and a game that if they could carry over some of these things they did well tonight, you know, a game you can go down to Rush City and get, I think. And so I think,
I'm sure hoping so.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the girls, they fought again tonight, you know, and battled till the end. And so, you know, here's the other thing, too. We had the Gobblers out rebounding the Lakers tonight, 23-19. And so
that's pretty good because they're pretty physical.
Yeah, right. They're big, and they're big inside. They're tall, and so
yeah.
they did a nice job. And so
I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah,
that's good too.
Yep. So
yeah, we, you know, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that just the fact that they're still battling underneath the boards and working hard for every rebound, and I think a good things can come tomorrow, and you know.
Yeah, I talked to him before we started practicing. I don't know, it was Tuesday or I can't remember what day, but I just talked about the reality of how tough it is right now.
Yep.
It is tough.
Yeah.
We lose 11 in a row at that point. Now I think it's 12, something like that.
Correct.
And I said, you know, I've never lost 12 games in a row in my life. It's hard for me.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of the worst years of my life.
Yeah.
But that's how life is, and sometimes you get kicked.
Yep.
And I told them that there's things you can control, and there's things you can't control. And I know what my expectations are for myself, and now I'm going to tell you, and I went through them. I'm not going to bore you, but here's my expectations for you, and that is that we are not going to quit. We're going to work. We're going to get better. There's games we can win. We got to prepare to win and think like a winner.
Yep.
So you're right on.
Yep.
Yeah, if they can carry this over and we can get maybe Jilly back and
and then tomorrow you might have a full squad. You know, I mean, again, you know, you thought about it tonight. You're going to have close to 8 or 9 players, and then Abby's out. You know, the first few minutes, and Jilly's sitting on the bench, and
Jake got sick.
Jake's sick, and you know, and so.
I mean,
you know,
want to loosen your
tie. Yeah, right away.
Oh, man. Paul, I'm sorry I'm going off.
No, that's perfectly fine. It usually helps when the color guy's supplying all the information, so I can just sit here and look good for the most part.
Good for you.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, they got the matchup against Rush City. Not a lot to think about in just going out there again tomorrow night against Rush City. You know, looking at the grand picture, everything, still some things to look at, make adjustments for tomorrow too.
I mean, yeah, tomorrow, Rush City, we scouted them this week. They were behind East Central by 1 at the half. Surprised me. But they came out in the second half, and they ended up winning by a bunch. I don't know, 15 or something like that.
Yep.
10, 15. And they have a player that got 22 in the second half, number 34. So, I mean, they are fairly tall. They have 3 people, 5'10" or bigger in the starting lineup. So they got good coaching. They try to get you in the matchup game. So we've been playing a lot of man, and you know, probably we're going to play a little bit more or the other tomorrow.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we are, we need to help out on those lob passes.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we play with the defensive intensity. If we can get them to play the strong hand better, they just haven't been coached to do that, and so we just have to keep hammering on that.
I just wanted to make a point, and I think you talked to her this on Tuesday night. Sophie was driving left and trying to shoot right, you know, and it's tough to go drive left, shoot right against it. And tonight, late in the game, a minute and a half to go or whatever, she got a pass in, so drove to the left and went with the left hand. It didn't fall, but it was great to see, because I know you talked to her about that on Tuesday after a couple, you know, missed shots off the rim, and so. But it, you know, it's fun to see them adapting and making that change when you
Thanks
have that.
for bringing that. Kudos to her for that.
Yeah.
And I told her, no, don't ever shoot that shot again.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a tough shot.
Because you need to lower your shoulder when you're going right.
Yep.
Lower your shoulder and create space.
Yep. Yep.
Same when you're going left, like
Yep.
she did
Yep.
tonight. Yeah, she had some good aggressive plays tonight. Yeah. And I think we're getting. What do you think? I mean, be honest. I think we're getting a little tougher.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, the thing, like, you got girls earlier in the season maybe wanting a spell to come off the court, and tonight nobody wants to come off, you know. I mean,
love it.
rolling an ankle or whatever it is, and they're saying, nope, I'm good. I want to stay out. And, you know, Eiley get taken one early on down here and wanting to stay on the court, and so it's good to see the toughness there. So
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm glad you bring that up. You know, there's so many plays I can't remember them all. So
Right.
But anyway, we're going to keep trying, and we got a game tomorrow, and I think Staples. I hope we get Jillian, everybody back at least by then, because I want to make sure we get that one tomorrow in Staples. You know, because we can beat those teams.
Correct,
we
for
can
sure.
Match with those
Yeah,
teams.
yeah. And you didn't have Ray against Staples last time. You know, banged up leg, and you know, and that's be nice to have full squad.
Yeah. So.
Coach, we certainly do appreciate the time for coming on the post-game show. Look forward to talking to you next week as well.
Thanks. It was nice to have more positives to talk about, and thanks for all the good work you guys do. Take care.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Mike Ream, head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers, join us here on the post-game show. Starting to wrap things up before we step away here, of course, for the end of our broadcast here tonight. Still need to name our big deal player of the game. Big deal player of the game brought to you by Aitkin Brandel Motors of Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Willie's Marina McGregor, Pizza Ranch in Baxter, Little Falls, Whippler Precast in Pine River, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center in Crosby, Crow Wing Kayaks in Cross Lake, Relax Energy Cooperative, Advantage Seamless Gutters in Baxter, Newman Construction in Brainerd. Big deal player of the game will go to Abby Larson for the Detroit Lakers, 15 points to lead the way offensively for all players here tonight. Aitkin Gobblers tonight fall by the score of 76-42. Now 6-17 on the season, 12 consecutive losses for the Gobblers here in this later portion of the season as well. So Gobblers fall to 6-17. Detroit Lakes now 9-11 on the year, make it 3 straight wins this week. Lakers going to be in action on Saturday against Pequot Lakes at the Pack, that is. Gobblers right back in action with 12 consecutive losses. They'll be at Rush City coming up tomorrow night as well. Well, as we start to wrap things up here on the post-game show, don't forget that you can flip it on over to Talk 100 KLKS for those tuning in radio-wise to Perham at Pequot Lakes tonight. Boys High School basketball, a tight one down at the Pack. Well, for those on yourliveevent.com, flip it on over to Aitkin High School Wrestling as they are winning right now 39-0 against the likes of Malacca in the Section 7 2A tournament. And if that score does hold up, the Gobblers will be moving on to the semifinals tomorrow night. That will be in Mora with the championship match to follow if the Gobblers do win that game, that match as well tomorrow night. Speaking of our broadcast schedule tomorrow night as well, the Aitkin Gobblers, if they hold on tonight, will be in action in the semifinals from Mora High School as well. 4:45 pre-match coverage on yourliveevent.com. Boys and girls basketball doubleheader, Pillager at Monaga on Cash 95. 5:40 scheduled pregame coverage start. Boys high school basketball, Crosby Ironton at Pequot Lakes on Talk 100 KLKS. Northland at Mille Lacs, boys basketball on Real Country 94.3, 6:55 pregame start. And at Park Rapids at Pine River Bacchus, it will be on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com with a 7:10 pregame start. Well, big thank you to everybody who kind of rolling with the punches here tonight with our full broadcast. Of course, you can always stay up to date, the latest in sports, scores, schedules, broadcast times, and much more by going to our website at rjbroadcasting.com. As we do wrap things up here tonight, as we do appreciate everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate the fact that we did get a little bit of an earlier start here tonight as well. So you can enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, and be sure to check out all the other coverage of the other games and matches we've got here on Homegrown Local Radio. We'll be back in action coming up on Tuesday with Aitkin Gobbler boys basketball right here from Aitkin High School. And again, you can stay up to date with our full broadcast schedule on our website. Again, rjbroadcasting.com, as well as yourliveevent.com. Well, until next time, the Gobblers fall 76-42. Big thank you to Aitkin High School for allowing us to broadcast, and a big thank you to the listeners and the viewers for tuning into this broadcast, and for the sponsors as well. For those that do check out our broadcast and wonder about our sponsors, we'll be sure to thank our sponsors for allowing us to broadcast with your patronage, and always shop local. Until next time, this is Paul Vold signing off from Aitkin High School. For Jeremy Jansen, I'm Paul Vold saying enjoy the rest of your Thursday night and have a great weekend here in the Lakes area. You're tuning in to Aitkin Gobbler Sports all season long on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. And for those tuning in to the video stream at yourliveevent.com and the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com, you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday night. Good night, everybody.